VirtueLead Fellowship is a new program at Emerging Leaders Foundation Africa, focusing on young leaders or change makers doing amazing work in their communities to bring that positive change.
Every single day I find out something new about myself. Even in my leadership qualities, I just recently found out that, I can actually lead. I didn't know that about myself.
VirtueLead Project is a program that is working with 20 fellows carefully selected from across the country. So we're working towards equipping them with select virtues. That is love, hope, integrity, humility, and courage. We have found that in our work with young people, one of the things that is missing in the way we lead is something called virtues.
Virtue and virtuous leadership is indeed the essence of leadership.
In Ubuntu, they say, I am because we are. And the idea of leadership now, using Ubuntu, is basically to touch those mainsprings, those software mainsprings that enable people to become their best. So that we are saying the young people now provide the next phase of what I call the transformation of this country.
So I think it is important that young people embrace that recognize in as much as you build the competencies, there are some things that are foundational. And those are the virtues that we espouse to.
Create an awareness of who they are, what their identity is, what you have, and so then you can lead from that, and then you deploy the different virtues and the different mindsets when you need to.
And so that as we unpack that and as we then begin to think together, we are not just imagining what a good future looks like, but then we are looking for ways to design it and then to build and to invest that future so that over a long period of time we can achieve the results we want to see.
Is it possible to thrive as a leader without knowing who you are?
You can only give what you have. You cannot give what you don't have. So in leadership, basically, if I want to lead people, I lead them from within.
I think as leaders, there's the pressure to know everything. There's the pressure to do everything. Like, if you're into Greek mythology, you'll know Atlas.
Our fellows are engaged in their first residential training for 5 days. And during this time, they are actually involved in theoretical learning. From December all the way until next year, June, there will be virtual sessions that are ongoing. And then finally, we have the last residential training where once again, they gather.
I just came with a blank check, ready for anything. But if there's anything I've learned is the correlation between self-awareness and my leadership. I'm actually learning to examine myself and be aware and just know how I'm running my life affects my leadership.
What I'm enjoying actually is on self-reflection, because every lesson or every session, it takes me back on who am I, what am I doing, and what do I want to do.
And I'm finding the space fascinating because the problems that cut across all the society will be solved in leadership.
The critical thing in this conversation is the realization by young leaders that they have a duty to decolonize their minds, to ensure that the type of leadership that they are engaged in takes into context the circumstances in which they operate. It is not about copying and pasting. It is about adopting and adapting and being effective in whichever spaces that they are. And the beauty of it is that they have exhibited a teachable spirit and therefore a learning spirit, which in a manner of speaking is the mother's milk of true success.
So with this leadership, it has taught me that it's okay to not know everything, and it's okay to be courageous while you're doing it. Basically, in short, do it afraid.
We've dealt with institutions, we've dealt with the technical side of the change. Now we must deal with the people side of the change. I think that is what is missing in Africa.
I've had what I consider to be an enriching and energizing interaction with young Africans who have taken the solemn vow that in whatever they do, the watchword will be integrity. And that requires and demands of them at once that they must do that which is good and right because it is good and right to do so for the benefit of their societies. And that must be done consistently in the spirit of what we call Ubuntu.
I have taken up leadership roles for some time now, but it's never been comfortable. It's uncomfortable because you have to keep growing yourself. You sometimes have to keep listening to yourself, listening to the people around you, getting feedback, challenging yourself, looking at the other perspectives. It's easy to stay in the comfort zone, but in the comfort zone, we don't grow.
What I carry away after this, the fellowship, especially this week, is that you just need to start. No matter what, so long as you have a vision and you've seen what you want to do, start, and you'll get to figure it out through the way, through support, through such as things as mentorship and coaching, and being able to identify that there is even a difference between the mentorship and the coaching. Through this, you can be able to create a roadmap that will help you to get to where you would like to get.
We have been equipped with knowledge. We have been given weapons. Next is just to go hand in hand.
And I pray and hope that these young men and women, when they go out there, they'll have conquered fear. They'll become part of a larger thing, and they will have a positive impact in the societies in which they are serving, or societies in which they are called to serve.